Hey everybody, it's Anna. Welcome to a new tarot story this week. We start with the Wednesday card, and for that we have the Nine of Wands. Upright, which is interesting because this was our Wednesday card last week, although it was reversed. So actually two cards repeat this week from last week. So if you follow the tarot story, you're going to recognize these cards. But this time it's upright. As I talked about last week, the 9 is the penultimate step in the tarot journey. So it's the moment just before you cross the finish line and you reach completion. And wands are connected to the element of fire. So they're about feeling impassioned and having a vision and feeling confident. So the image shows a guy resting, right? He's got a bandage over his head as though he's been in some kind of, struggle. And now he's taking a moment to rest, which actually is, I think, the call of the 9 mark, because it is the moment just before you cross the finish line. It's your last moment to integrate what your journey has been like. So you're here, you're pausing here, you're looking back on what you've done, you're kind of tracing your journey through your vision, through your inspiration, and here you are on the cusp of victory. It's really important, I think, to take advantage of the 9 point because, again, it's about integration, which means we're giving ourselves a chance to kind of bring everything to the same space. And specifically, I think we're giving ourselves a chance because when you revisit your story and you retell your story, that's the mind coming online, right? So the mind is getting an understanding of the story, writing the story so it understands where you've been. And if you're a body or heart intuitive, which most people who like my work are, the mind is not really in leadership, right? So the mind is catching up. The intuition guides and the mind kind of fills in the spaces afterwards. So the mind is learning as you go along. And we want to pause and give the mind a chance to tell the story appropriately and properly so that the mind knows the story of us and knows how to understand and have confidence in what we're doing. The temptation at the 9 point is to push past it. Partly because, we don't realize how valuable it is to take that pause. But secondly, because again, if you're a body or heart intuitive, your experience is often that the mind sabotages you. like you're kind of in flow and you're doing something and the mind asks questions at the wrong time or it doubts what you're doing or it tells you you're being silly or what you're doing is dangerous. Like the mind has a tendency to sort of knock you off your path. So because that's often our experience, we begin to see the mind as an enemy, something to be avoided. So we, instead of listening to the mind and integrating it, we push past it, which ends up making us destabilized because the mind is part of us. It's a part of us that we need to create a team, a partnership between the mind and intuition, not ignore the mind. That's something we have to learn as we kind of go along. So I think the 9 point invites us to pause, to integrate, to give the mind a chance, to make observations, ask questions, trusting that the mind here is not sabotaging us. It's coming in. It's adding its story. It's adding its understanding so that it can be a better partner. Not so it can stop us, but so it can make a better partner. So it is about kind of understanding the importance of the relationship between the intuition and the mind and learning how to nurture that and support it. Giving the mind the pause it needs in order to come online in a more clear way. That's our card for today. See you tomorrow for our next one. Bye.